I do love grain. I mean, a lot of the films I've shot, I've actually manipulated the emulsion, the negative, to get more grain and change the image and, you know, screw it around and really make it look.
I'm disconnected. I find that would be really hard. I mean, obviously you have to do it sometimes on certain...
Cinematographer with something of a style. So how is it merging your own style into the world of Bond, which is obviously has its own style itself?
Well, it does, but when, you know, I'd worked with Sam twice before, and when he talked to me about, you know, working on the film, you know, he basically said, we're going to do it like any other movie. It's a movie by itself. It might be part of a big franchise.
What happens when one of the greatest cinematographers ever shoot a Bond film? You get this. And what if I told you Skyfall was the first Bond film to be shot digitally and the most beautiful one as well? But how? We all know what's happening with our boy Bond at MGM Studios. It's just sad. But let's relive and pay tribute to the best looking Bond film ever. First, let's talk about the legend responsible for all this.
Roger Deakins.
Roger Deakins.
Roger Deakins.
Roger Deakins.
Roger Deakins, 1970.
And the Oscar goes to Roger A. Deakins, Blade Runner.
If you don't know this name, you're living under a rock. Just know he's one of the greatest cinematographers ever. This guy shot Blade Runner 2049, No Country for Old Men, 1970 absolute classics. He's the reason Skyfall looks so damn polished. What's crazy is that this was the first Bond film. Instead of going for that shaky, quick action style, Deakins made every frame intentional, every shot designed. Here's something wild. Skyfall was the first Bond film shot entirely on a digital camera. All the previous Bond films were shot on film, but this one looks better than all of them. How? Now back then digital movies kinda looked meh, flat, overly sharp, but Skyfall, it had that cinematic textured feel. Deakins chose ARRI Alexa Studio camera because it gave him insane dynamic range, meaning you get rich details in both the brightest highlights and deep shadows.
What drew me to the Alexa really, rather than other digital cameras that will remain nameless, was the kind of the fall off. You know, the between the height. One thing, the height is very hard to burn a highlight out if you're exposing it right with a camera, and there's an enormous amount of detail in the shadows. But the roll off between the two, I mean, most electronic cameras, they've always had this sort of edge problem.
Instead of just slapping a filter on post, he actually lit the movie properly on set, and that's why it holds better than most digital movies today. One of the biggest reasons Skyfall looks so damn stunning is the lighting. Take the Shanghai fight scene. No big movie lights, just neon reflection on glass. The whole thing was like a moving painting. Let's take the casino scene. Warm, golden lighting. It's rich, stylish, almost dreamlike. And then there's the Scotland finale. Cold blue tones, deep dark shadows. You feel isolated. Deakins didn't just light scenes to make them visible, he used light to set the mood. Alright, film nerd moment, let's talk about lenses. Deakins used ARRI XS master primes which are super sharp and make every frame crisp and detailed. But it's not just lenses, it's how you use it. Wide shots, 25mm lens makes location feel massive. Medium shots, 32 to 40mm gives a natural balanced look. Close-ups 85mm feels personal. Most action movies just shot random coverage, wide shots over the shoulder, close-ups done, but Skyfall, every shot is designed to look great on its own. Another reason why Skyfall feels so real is because they shot at actual locations. The Istanbul rooftop chase scene actually filmed on a real rooftop. The casino scene, they built the entire set with 300 floating lanterns. Skyfall Manor, they built a full-scale modern in Scotland. Even the villain's island was based on a real abandoned island in Japan. So instead of CGI overload, we got real, tangible locations which make a huge difference. But all these things aside, why does Skyfall still look better than most action movies today? Because it was shot with care. They used practical lighting instead of fixing everything in post. They built real sets instead of throwing green screen behind actors. They put actual thought into shots, composition, framing and color. That's why it doesn't just look good, it looks timeless. At the end of the day, Skyfall isn't just a great Bond movie, it's a cinematography masterclass, and thanks to Roger Deakins, the perfect balance of digital and practical filmmaking and some of the best lighting and shot composition in modern cinema. But one question is still left. Isn't it crazy how Skyfall was shot entirely on a digital camera, yet it looks so damn good? So if digital cameras aren't the problem with modern movies looking like crap, which even filmmakers like Tarantino blame,
At least it does nothing for me. It does nothing for me. I mean, I actually think I'm getting gypped when I go to a movie and I realize it's either been shot on digital or being projected in digital. And to me, the magic of movies is connected to 35 millimeter.
then why do so many modern movies look lifeless? Well, the answer is deeper than you think, and I broke it down in this video, so click here to check it out.